Hello everyone, my name is Julia Storrs. Some of you may know me, but for those of you that don't, allow me to introduce myself. You already know my name, so I'm a proud Willow citizen that is trying to make Willows something that everyone can be proud of. I have 100 years worth of family history here in Willows. My family spent most of those years running a dairy farm, and 30 plus years ago that stopped. My goal is to make my family and fellow Willowinians proud and confident in the place they call home. Before I go any further with this audio diary, I want everyone to know that the things I will talk about are not meant to start an argument or a war of some kind. This is purely for getting my ideas out there and help you to understand why I'm even doing this audio diary in the first place. For the past several years, I've been doing as much research and studying as I possibly could to try and find a way to get the town of Willows motivated to become a more lively and safe place for everyone. My answer for that was the arts. The reason why I figured the arts as being the answer is because of my own personal struggle with being in Willows. To describe it quickly and smoothly as possible, I had a terrible educational career. I wasn't a bad student, I got average grades, but it was an emotional roller coaster. Most of the time I wasn't treated right, and it affected me and damaged me to the point that I was diagnosed with general anxiety disorder at the age of 10. For some reason, that was the time in my life where everything was not the same. I became afraid to leave my own house because of this disorder. I would be up all night worrying about what kind of crazy stuff would happen the next day. So to help me get through these difficult times, I started writing. I wrote for hours because whenever I became overwhelmed, I could at least escape from the scary world that I was in and enter a world where I was in control, and I didn't have to be afraid of anything. From then on, I started my path into playing with the arts. Just to give you a list of all the things I've done in the past 16 years, I've written novels, stories, plays, scripts, poems, lyrics, articles. I've done journalism, photography, Photoshop, band where I played multiple instruments, animation, stop motion animation, music, audio and video production, cinematography, acting, singing, dancing, directing, producing, painting, drawing, sculpting, graphic arts, media production, set design, prop production, special effects, both handmade and computer made, costume design, fashion design, makeup, special effects makeup, interior design, architecture, advertising, and DIY crafts. Funny thing is that none of that stuff I just named is what I'll be graduating with this year. I will be graduating this year with an AA in social and behavioral science. Art has a lot of psychological reasoning behind it, which is why it's so fun and interesting for me. I'm the owner of Laugh Productions, which is my own personal production company, but I'm also the owner and creator of the Northern California Film and Arts Festival. The festival is to hopefully one day be an event that will take place here in Willows and be a place for Northern Californians to learn and experience art through many different types of art and meet different artists. It is also a production company in its own right, but it's mostly for collaborated projects, something that we create together to make Willows as well as the world just a little bit better to live in. Some of you may have heard my name associated with Landerby, in which I was the MC and event coordinator for the variety show for last year, 2018. It wasn't the best performance in the world, but I was proud of it because I didn't give up on it. However, right at the end of last year's show, I announced that I would be doing it again this year. I would like to confirm that I will not be doing it again this year. The reason for that is not because of a particular person or a fight or of some kind or something like that. It was purely my own choice to not continue with that. It takes a lot of time and dedication to put something like that together, and I didn't feel there was a big enough demand for it. That doesn't mean I've given up on Willows at all. I have plenty of other projects in store. Some of you may have heard me through the paper as well. Last year during Landerby, I wrote an article about my variety show project in the Glenn County Transcript, also known as the Willows Journal. So my reasons for doing this audio diary is for myself, but also for you guys as well, to kind of get an idea about where I'm at currently in projects. So with saying that, I will move on to project updates and shoutouts. Within the last several months, I have planned to do a docuseries on YouTube called Saving Willows. It was going along great and had people messaging me, and then the campfire came around and made life a living hell for everyone here in the North State. I felt it would be disrespectful to my fellow Northern Californians to try to get people helping Willows out when clearly Paradise and other surrounding areas needed help. So I let things cool down for a couple months, and I am now currently trying to get things back up to speed again. Speaking of the campfire, I know there are new residents to Willows that came from the affected areas. I would like to personally say welcome to Willows. And I hope that for as long as you're here, you can create new and amazing new memories. If you or anyone you know has business here in Willows or has stories to share, please send me a message. Even if you are a campfire victim and want to share your story to Willows, send me a message and we'll make something happen. I want to hear your stories, and I want to know your struggles and ideas of helping Willows. I need people who are definitely willing to be on camera and open up a little bit. I also have decided that doing these audio diaries will be a regular monthly or so thing, as well as a possible comical video series that I'm planning to do with my best friend Alicia Hill. I also have been wanting to get into motivational speaking. Speaking on the